fans. So I want to say thank you to the fans by telling you a secret that I've been keeping from you for the last 2 years, which is that my brand new album comes out April 19th. It's called The Tortured Poets Department.
I can definitely say I really appreciate Taylor Swift saying thank you by telling me about her new album, because that's what's important, is when I know her new album is coming out, so I can make her even more rich than she already is. I will probably listen to it maybe in the next year or two. Taylor Swift, thank you for that, your acceptance speech at the Grammys. I mean, I applaud you. You're fabulous. You're wonderful. I don't know that I would consider that too profound. It seems like she was kind of caught a little bit off guard, not expecting maybe to win, or I could be wrong. Maybe she expected to win. That's just what she just wanted to promote her album. That's cool. I mean, you can count me as a Swiftie, like I said.
These aren't your dad's celebrities, and these aren't your dad's Republicans.
And imagine if we came to you and said, hey, we've got this idea that we could halve the number of people that come to you next tour.
And the other thing, just from a security
So you
standpoint,
think
Taylor Swift comes out against Trump.
I don't care if they write that.
So yeah, here, I mean, this is the core argument, is that Taylor Swift is a tremendous influence. She has a tremendous following. She seems like a great woman. I mean, I would be happy to be your boyfriend. Taylor, if you see this, I'm single. But I'm not a football player, unfortunately, and I'm not over. I don't think I'm over 6 foot. I mean, maybe my hair puts me over, but nonetheless, she is clearly passionate. But I think the thing here, and the way that the news media outlets, all these little talking heads on MSNBC and Fox News, are just clinically. I think, I mean, they read a teleprompter. I don't know if it's actually their ideas. I think they've just got a little teleprompter. See, I could put some notes over here and just read off of the notes, but you can tell I'm not doing that. The main point here is that Taylor Swift does have a tremendous reach and following, and she's infiltrated the NFL. I mean, good for her. Her boyfriend is handsome. I'd be part of a throuple if they wanted me in, but at the same time, she carries a lot of influence. And in this clip, that's what they're talking about, really, is they're discussing her influence and the fact that if she ends up getting political, that she's going to be smeared, and of course, that's exactly what happens. I mean, just look at some of these clips.
You're either obsessed with the couple or sick of them. But 76-year-old Letterman let his fans know where he stands when it comes to the couple's increasing PDA, even though he seemed to have trouble remembering Travis Kelce's name, as he posted this video to his Instagram account.
Taylor Swift, who is a glowing bright light of goodness in the world, and she starts dating Kelce Grammer. And people
No, that's not true.
What?
Kelsey Grammer?
Yes. And I say to both camps, this is such a lovely thing. Shut up.
I'm not sick of them. I'm not following them. I'm not really paying attention to them, because I've got stuff in my own life that's really important. I've got a purpose, Do we need more purpose in our lives? Is that sustain meaning, like the good Dr. Peterson says?
Idea of happiness too much, and the problem with that is that it takes our focus away from aims that would be more productive. It's much better to aim for meaning than for happiness. And
so here are the clips you should never watch. Any of these news stations, they are just clearly inflammatory and trying to trigger you, and I don't know. I don't know what's leaked into these people's minds, but I guess it's their job. If your job depends on making up conspiracy theories or slandering Taylor Swift or one political party, I mean, then I guess that's what you gotta do, man.
Taylor Swift is clearly a tool. Taylor Swift is going to come out in the presidential election, and she's going to mobilize her fans.
Major League Sports, in and of itself, is nothing but a psyop.
So is Swift a front for a covert political agenda? Primetime obviously has no evidence. If we did, we'd share it. But we're curious, because the pop star who endorsed Biden is urging millions of her followers to vote.
Read to you what Vivek Ramaswamy tweeted, quote, "I wonder who's going to win the Super Bowl next month, and I wonder if there's a major presidential endorsement coming from an artificially, culturally propped up couple this fall. Just some wild speculation over here. Let's see how it ages over the next 8 months." How?
So what is Vivek even saying here? Like, only if you paste it with a political charge do you lose sight of the fact that all this man was saying is that he's wondering who's going to win the Super Bowl. That's a good question. Who's going to win? And then he's also wondering if there's going to be a major presidential induction and support from said Swiftie. So, what on earth is even wrong with this tweet? What? There's nothing wrong with this tweet unless you get inflamed and are upset with some political group.
Is a whopper of all whoppers, but I will tell you...
Can someone put in the comments what a whopper of all whopper means? I really need a translation on that, because I've watched this clip now too many times to even figure out what this man is talking about.
Taylor Swift is not going to rig the Super Bowl, and they just need to shake it off, because she's not going to come out and endorse Biden during the halftime show. But I think, Alicia, the issue here, the end game for these conspiracy theorists, is that with Swift out there encouraging people to vote, they want to suppress the vote, because they know when more people go out and vote, it doesn't help far-right conspiracy, spewing conservatives. And so what they want to do is try to keep her from doing that, and they want to discredit her. And secretly, Alicia, they wish that she was advocating for them, but not in their wildest dreams would Taylor Swift advocate for their crazy conspiracies. And all of this comes down to the fact that there is a blank space in the Super Bowl. They are trying to write Taylor Swift's name into it, but the only names that are going to be written in that blank space are either the Chiefs or the 49ers. This is about the game. Stop the distraction. Let this girl love who she wants.
Miles Taylor, someone in the control room tried to count just how many Taylor Swift songs that was. I think we got to 7 or 8. Kudos to you. I want to know how long that took to rehearse. And here's the thing, Catty K. People this morning on the phone were like, are we... Catty?
We're probably kind of talking about it. We're probably slightly talking about it because of Taylor Swift and for Miles to get the songs in. But look, I mean, I think what he said just at the end is absolutely right. If Taylor Swift is going to endorse anyone, as she did last time, she's going to endorse President Biden. When she puts out an Instagram message telling people to vote, 30,000 people go and register to vote. She is a huge potential power, as Gavin Newsom has made abundantly clear, in politics. And the Republicans would absolutely love to have her on their side. I mean, she's not going to be on their side. So what's their alternative? Their alternative is to demonize her and try to make sure that she doesn't have the reach that they fear she is going to have. I mean, to the extent that there was one Georgia district chair who called her, and I love it, Luciferian, which is just wonderfully archaic, but not just demonic Luciferian. And that's what they're trying to do. You don't want somebody who's such a powerful asset as Taylor Swift rooting for the other side. I think it's pretty much as simple as that.
The only sane person in any of the clips that I watched, besides Taylor Swift, and probably, honestly, the football guy, I've never even seen him speak. Every clip of him, he's just walking. So, I don't know.
It really is a big deal. He votes against fair pay for women. He votes against the reauthorization of the Violence Against Women Act, which is just basically protecting us from domestic abuse and stalking. She thinks that if you're a gay couple, or even if you look like a gay couple, you should be allowed to be kicked out of a restaurant. It's really basic human rights, and it's right and wrong at this point, and I can't see another commercial and see her disguising these policies behind the words Tennessee Christian values. Those aren't Tennessee Christian values. I live in Tennessee. I am Christian. That's not what we stand for.
Hacking the vote. Come on.
Come on.
To paraphrase Taylor Swift here. I'm sorry, Republicans.
Come on.
But you're the problem.
Come on.
Our country is in serious trouble.
Come on.
Quarantine. Hey, go ahead and smash that like button if you're staying safe in quarantine. Go ahead and smash that like button real quick if you're together, if you're in it with us together. Do me a quick favor, go ahead and smash that like button if you don't want to do any more Zooms. Go ahead and stamp that like fixture if you pretty much only been eating Nutri-Grain bars. Why don't you do me a solid? Go ahead and smash that like button if you started naming all the doors in your apartment. Don the door, Dave the door, Dylan the door, Derek the door. Real quick, if you could smoosh that model, if you think that there might be something.
Come on. Come on. Come on.